Namaste YouTube, I'm Sarah and welcome back to my channel. This is where I bring you the latest in food, fashion, and fitness with an Indian twist. In today's video, we're going to talk about some really super simple breakfast recipes that you can make in less than 5 minutes and that require no cooking. Curious? Then keep watching. So we've all heard that breakfast is the most important meal of the day, and I totally agree with that. In fact, studies have suggested that eating breakfast regularly can reduce body mass index, can boost your metabolism, as well as help you feel less hungry throughout the day. I know in my weight loss journey, I have really made breakfast a staple. I eat it every single day, I never miss it, and one of the foods that I have incorporated into my breakfast routine is oatmeal. Oatmeal is a huge craze right now, but it actually has tremendous benefits too. It can help you lower bad cholesterol, it can help you regulate blood sugar, and also it just helps satisfy that hunger feeling throughout the day. So in this video, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make 2 recipes. One is gonna be an Indian style oatmeal, and the other one is gonna be a more Western style oatmeal. These recipes require no cooking at all. They require less than 5 minutes of prep. You put it in the refrigerator overnight, let the refrigerator do all the work, and in the morning you have a delicious breakfast. Now, a lot of people ask me, can you actually eat oatmeal without cooking it? And the answer is yes. When you soak it in a liquid, the liquid acts as a cooking agent and actually acts like a long cooking process. So it breaks down the starches in the oatmeal, and in the morning, it's really easy to digest and delicious. It tastes like a dessert. In the first recipe, we're gonna make Kheer style oatmeal. So if anybody has had Kheer, you know, it's Indian dessert, it's delicious. Typically it's made with rice. In this case, we're gonna substitute the rice and use oatmeal. So all you're gonna need for this recipe is a few simple ingredients. Quick cooked oats. You're gonna need a glass bowl, some golden raisins, which typically you do put in Kheer, some cardamom powder or ilachi powder, some chopped almonds, and then some people put saffron in it. I like using rose water. I feel like it gives a better flavor. Typically when we make Kheer, we make it in large quantities. So we're really scaling down the recipe into a single serving portion. So a lot of the stuff is gonna be cut down a lot when we actually put it together. So for this recipe, we're gonna take a 1/2 cup of oats, golden raisins, which are delicious. They're sweet without adding too much sugar, and that just means that we're gonna add less in our dish itself. So I add around 1 tablespoon of raisins. I'll just measure that out with a little spoon. Now I'm gonna add just a teeny bit of cardamom powder, and this is just a little pinch of it, just to give it the hint of that Kheer taste. We're gonna do the almonds, and we're gonna do about 1 tablespoon of those. Then I'm gonna put in stevia drops. Typically Kheer is a very sugary dessert, but in this case we're gonna use a natural alternative. So 4 drops is typically 1 teaspoon of sugar, and this one I'm gonna put in around 8. And you can always adjust this after it's made. Once it comes out, if you feel like you need a little more, you can always add a little bit more. This is the tricky part. I'm just gonna add 1 drop of rose water. It's very, very strong, and once you add it, it really goes a long way. So just 1 little drop of it. This is the key. We're gonna add a liquid to actually enhance the cooking process while it's in the refrigerator. So what I do is I use a non-dairy option, and you can use coconut milk, you can use soy milk, you can even use regular milk. I like coconut milk, so I'm gonna add some of this, and what you wanna do is you wanna cover the oats. So this is about 1 cup. So the oats were 1/2 cup. This is gonna be about 1 cup. And you're just gonna give that a good stir, and you're gonna cover it and put it in the refrigerator. And that's it, it's that simple. For our second recipe, it's gonna be a variation on an oatmeal cookie, and this recipe is even simpler. All we're gonna need, once again, is a glass bowl, quick cooked oats, our coconut milk, our stevia, and then to add that oatmeal cookie flavor, we're really gonna add 1 box of these little brown raisins and a little bit of cinnamon. So I don't know about you guys, but my mornings are so crazy. I am busy getting the kids ready, getting myself ready, getting everybody's breakfast. Sometimes I just forget about eating breakfast, but If you do this the night before, it's all ready to go. I do this while I'm packing the lunches for the kids. So it's like super easy. While I'm packing their lunches, I just take out a couple of minutes and do this for myself. And in the morning, I have no excuses for missing breakfast. What's nice about these are pre-measured and they're 45 calories per box. So you can just it's about 1 tablespoon. And then we're gonna add our stevia again. What this does is it really keeps the calories, the sugar content low, and you get all the benefits of the oatmeal without like adding additional sugar. So I'll just put in about 8 drops, and then we're gonna add a little bit of cinnamon. Nice thing about overnight oats is you can change up the recipe as often as you like and just get creative. I mean, some of my favorites are adding like blueberries and almonds. You can add like a little bit of honey. It's just up to you. And in fact, for the 7 days of the week, we're gonna have 7 different varieties. I just add that, just cover it. It's about 1 cup to half a cup of oats. And then I'll just give that a stir. Just make sure you incorporate all the ingredients. And then all we have to do is cover it up, put it in the refrigerator, and enjoy this delicious breakfast in the morning. So I've had my oats sitting in the refrigerator overnight. I took them out, I took off the lids off the glass bowls, and this is what they look like. So basically the oatmeal does expand. It soaks up the liquid that you've soaked the oats in. And this is the Kheer recipe, and it's delicious. It's so creamy and looks really, really good and rich. And I used all low-fat ingredients. It does remind me of an Indian dessert, but it's healthy. It doesn't have any added sugar in it. And it's gonna be very filling and very satisfying. And the best part is, if you don't have time to eat it at home, you can just put the lid back on it, put it in your bag, eat it on the go. And that's the best part. You don't need a microwave, you don't need an oven, you don't need anything to heat it up or a stove. You can just grab it and go. And that's the one thing I love about this recipe. This is the oatmeal cookie. Who doesn't love an oatmeal cookie? I do. And it has all the great ingredients. We haven't added any sugar. The only sugar that we have is naturally from the raisins. You can always add more milk if you like to make it a little bit thinner, but I like mine a little richer. Let's have a taste of this one too. A little different, doesn't have the rose water, doesn't have that Indian flavor, but it is absolutely delicious. You can make it for your kids too. My kids love it. In the morning, I prepare a few bowls of it. I put it out for the kids, and you know, they eat it. They think they're having a dessert or a pudding, and that's exactly what it tastes like. I would love to hear from you guys. If you try one of the recipes or make your own, please comment below. And please subscribe to the video if you like it, and hope to see you in the next one.